To my queridos amigos Latinos, you need to vote for Trump. El Kamala Harris is no bueno. Kamala is mucho pendejo, even more pendejo than Joe Biden. Pero señor Trump, how can Kamala be more pendejo que Joe Biden? Well, she is. Mucho pendejo, no bueno. If you want to earn dinero, you need to el voto for el President Trump. Con Trump, you will earn mucho dinero. So make sure you el voto Trump in 2024. Let's make El America great again. Muchos gracias, amigos.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me today. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button, because that's the most important thing you can do for me on this channel. What it does, that helps make sure that those who are subscribed to the channel will indeed get their notifications, and it also helps to push this video through the YouTube algorithm as well. Secondly, if you're new to the channel, or maybe you've been ghost watching this channel for quite some time now, please do me a favor and yourself a favor by hitting the subscribe button, as well as the bell notification next to the subscribe button, so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. And lastly, please make sure you share this video out on your social media platforms to your family and friends, and inform them on this news and information. And yes, that does help to give me a slight boost in the YouTube algorithm as well. And with the introduction out of the way, let's get into today's news. And today we have to discuss how Donald Trump is completely annihilating Kamala Harris as it concerns his gaining of the Latino and Hispanic vote. He is completely annihilating her and obliterating her, and the mainstream media press, particularly MSNBC, does not know how to handle it. I want to pull this graphic on the screen first for you all to see, as shown here on Fox News, but this poll comes from USA Today. It shows that presidential election among Latino voters, Kamala Harris only has 38% of the Latino vote to Donald Trump's 49% among Latino voters. I don't think you all understand how enormous of a lead this is. An 11-point lead. Kamala is getting completely obliterated. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean technically that this is how things are going to translate once it's time to get into the voting booth. But what it does indicate overall is that as it pertains to the Latino vote, Kamala Harris pretty much lost that. Will it be by 11 points? That's yet to be seen. But if polling is any indication of what's to come, Kamala Harris is finished and she's done. But let's not count, as they say, the chickens before they hatch. Now, recently today, Donald Trump attended a private gathering called Latinos for Trump, which was made available to the public to watch, but it was private for those who attended. A lot of top Latino CEOs and business owners showed up to this meeting, and I just want to take a moment to play a couple clips from this meeting so that you can all see just kind of how everything went down as it pertains to those Latinos in high places, for lack of better words, that support Trump. And then we're going to get into MSNBC's hilarious reaction, because they are panicking and scrambling in the face of this news that essentially Kamala Harris has all but lost the Hispanic vote. Let's get into this clip right here.
Honor to work for you at the White House all 4 years, and I got a front row seat of how much you cared about the Latino community, and you delivered results, and you didn't pander to us. You gave. It was such an honor to work for you at the White House all 4 years, and I got a front row seat of how much you cared about the Latino community, and you delivered results, and you didn't pander to us. You gave us opportunity, and that's what we want. You know, we want the American dream. My mother was born in Mexico, my dad was born in Brooklyn with very humble means, and they worked very hard and achieved the American dream. So that's how when what other country could a little girl from East LA make it to the White House to work for President Trump? And thank you. And that dream is achievable through jobs. And we care, like all Americans, about the #1 issue, and that's jobs and the economy.
That is what everybody cares about. Jobs, the economy, and closing the border. Now let's get into this next clip here before we get into MSNBC completely losing their mind over this. Let's watch this one next.
I am extremely confident, without a doubt, that the first day that we elect Mr. Donald J. Trump, our next president, the first day in office, I guarantee you he'll solve half of the problems that we have. The most important. Most important. On November 5th, the election is not about you and us. It's about freedom and oppression. And this is the only man that I know that can handle that. This is the only man that has survived, for the grace of God, things that we can never imagine. And he gets up and he says, fight, fight, fight. I happen to be honored today.
You see, now the significance in this gathering is that it's not just for show, right? These aren't the Latino sellouts, right, that are tap dancing for Trump, because if Trump gets into office, they're going to line up his pockets. That's what some, Hispanic folks on MSNBC would like for you to think. But that's not the case, because the gathering that you see happening here concerning these very high ranking and highly successful Hispanic men and women, the gathering that's happening there is a reflection of what the polls are actually showing concerning how Kamala Harris is doing with the Latino vote. And once again, the mainstream media press just does not know how to take it. Now, what I want to do here in closing is that I just want to play a quick clip of a gentleman who frequents MSNBC, a contributor. He frequents them all the time. He was reacting to the same video clips that we're watching here. And I just want you to watch and see how he is completely losing his mind behind it. Let's look at this here.
That has been a no friend.
Let me rewind it back just a little bit. Oh, he's so upset. This man is hurt. He is so hurt.
This is a person that has been a no friend of the Latino community, no friend of immigrant communities, and he attacks us constantly. So as a community, we should rally behind the person that has always supported us. Donald Trump has been the most anti-Latino president, the most anti-Latino political figure of the modern era.
When fear mongering doesn't work, man, that's got to be tough. It's got to be tough. It's got, when you have nothing else outside of fear mongering, and all you can do is get up there with a just twisted kind of mad face like him and just say how much somebody allegedly hates you, when the people are looking at this and saying, yeah, that's not true, not so much. How about the economy though? How about jobs though? How about closing the border? And when you're representing, which this man is here, the woman who was part of the administration, the vice president to Joe Biden, when you're representing the same individuals that completely destroyed the economy and opened the borders wide open to where our major metropolitan cities are going belly up bankrupt. You have cities like Chicago that are $1 billion in the hole. When you have to defend that, that is a really hard and impossible task to take on. And they just simply can't do it. They simply can't do it. That's why all you can see them referring to and reverting to is just simply fear mongering. This man is desperately trying to convince Latinos, Trump hates you, Trump hates you, Trump hates you, Trump hates you, Trump hates you. But as you can see at this get together that's happening here, alongside with the polling that's done by USA Today, clearly the Latino voters think otherwise. And that pretty much spells doom for Kamala Harris. So with all that being said, that does it for today's news. I want to thank you all for joining me today. Please hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. And also don't forget to please follow me on Telegram and Rumble. It is extremely important that you do that. Please follow me on Telegram and Rumble at TD Media Group. Both the links to my Telegram and Rumble will be in the description box below, as well as pinned in the comment section as well. Thank you all for your time, and until the next video, peace and have a great afternoon.